Good evening. We shall begin. And the Shalom Aleichem is found in the Siddur on page number 5. We'll begin with a song which is also a greeting. And this greeting reminds us that each and every one of us has the power to set a tone when we interact with other people. Do we just say, hey, how are you? Or just walk on by? Or do we stop and pause and say, Shalom, let there be peace upon you? So not only is it a greeting, but it's a reminder that each and every one of us has the opportunity and the capacity to change the atmosphere, even for somebody just walking down the street. On page number 5. Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaShoret Malachei Elyon Malachei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Boachem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malachei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baruch Hu L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malachei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzedchem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malachei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And on page number 11, L'chuneranana. L'chuneranana l'Adonai nari al-Itzur Yishenu Nikadma fana b'Torah Bizmiro nari alo Nikadma fana b'Torah Bizmiro nari alo Kiel gadol Adonai umelech gadol al kol Elohim asher b'yado mecherei haaretz v'toafot harim lo asher b'yado mecherei haaretz v'toafot harim lo. The last stanza on the English of 11. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai, who formed us. Continuing, for Adonai is our God, and we are God's flock, sheep in God's caring hands. If only you would listen today to God's voice and not become hard-hearted like the people at Merivah, like that time in Massah in the desert, when your ancestors tried me and tested me, though they had seen what I had wrought. For 40 years I was troubled by that generation, and I said, these are a people whose hearts have gone astray. They do not know my way. So in anger I swore they would not enter my rest. 40 shana kutz b'dor v'omarm to'ei lev avhem v'hem lo yidu drachai asher nishbati v'api im yavon el menuchati. One of the song sheets this evening begins, it's entitled Yehi Shem, and it's by Saul K. It's Blessed Be the Name. Blessed Be the Name by Saul K.
Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai Nevorach. Blessed be the name, blessed be the name, oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. Ikevod Adonai le'olam, Yishmach Adonai Masav. May the glory of Hashem endure forever. Let Hashem rejoice in His words. Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai Nevorach. Blessed be the name, blessed be the name, oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. Mizrach Shemesh Abnevon Nechula Hashem Adonai. From the rising of the sun to its setting, oh, Hashem's name is to be praised. Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai Nevorach. Blessed be the name, blessed be the name, oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. Ramakogoyim Adonai Ad Hashamayim Kivodo. High above the nation is Hashem. Oh, above the heavens does He shine. Adonai, Ishem Adonai, Ishem Adonai Nevorach. Blessed be the name, blessed be the name, oh, blessed be the name of the Lord. Come
On page 14 on the English side. The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea and its fullness roar, the meadows and all that grows in them exult, even the trees of the forest shall sing praise, as Adonai comes to judge the earth, judging lands with righteousness and peoples with divine truth. And on page 15, we have Nativ joining us, beginning on page 15, and continues on to page number 16 on the Hebrew side. 17 on the English side. Page 17. Sing to Adonai a new song, for Adonai has wrought wonders. God's right hand and holy arm have brought deliverance. Adonai declared deliverance. As nations looked on, God's righteousness was revealed. God dealt faithfully and kindly with the house of Israel. The very ends of the earth saw our God's saving power. Call out to Adonai, all the earth. Break out in joyful singing. Sing to Adonai to the music of the lyre. Lyre and voices making music together with horns and shofar cries. Trumpet the presence of the sovereign Adonai. Let the sea and all that is in it roar, the earth and all who inhabit it thunder. Let rivers clap hands while mountains sing in harmony. Greeting Adonai, who comes to judge the earth, judging the world with justice and the nations with truth. Page 21, please. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai, Kavod v'oz, Havu l'Adonai, Kevod Shemo, Hishtachavu l'Adonai, B'avdat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al Hamayim, El HaKavod, Hirim, Adonai, al Maim Rabim, Kol Adonai, B'koach, ay, Kol Adonai, Behadar, Kol Adonai, Shaver Arazim, Vayshaver Adonai, et Arzei Alvanon, Vayarkidem Kemo Egel, Lebanon, Vesirion, Kemo ben Re'emim, Yai, Kol Adonai, Chotzev Lavotesh, Kol Adonai, Yachel Midbar, Yachel Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai, Yachel Elayalot, Vayechesov, Ye'arot, Ovechalo, Kolo Omer Kavod, ay, Adonai, Lama Bo Yashav Yeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz Le'amo Yiten Adonai Yevarech Et Amo V'Shalom, Yai, On page 23, the first three stanzas. On page 25, the last three stanzas. Lecha dodi lekrat kala perei Shabbat ikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala perei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Yishmeyanu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lecha Lecha dodi lekrat kala P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lekrat Shabbat lecho b'neilcha Ki mekor habracha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi Lechadade lekrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabelam. Lechadade lekrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabelam. Mikdash melech ir melucha, Kumitzi mitoch hahafecha, Rav lach shevet b'yemek habacha, Lo yachmol Allah yachem lo. Lechadade lekrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabelam. Lechadade lekrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabelam. V'hayulim shisa sho sayich v'rachaku kol neval ayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lechadode lekrat kala pene Shabbat nekabelam lechadode lekrat kala pene Shabbat nekabelam Yamin osmo tiferotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al yarish ben partzi v'nesmecha ben agila lechadode lekrat kalam pene Shabbat nekabelam lechadode lekrat kalam pene Shabbat nekabelam. Boi v'shalom ateret balach, gam b'simcha u'v'tzohala, toch emunei am sgula, boi chala, lechadode lekrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabelam, lechadode lekrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabelam. Remaining standing at the conclusion on page 28 of the Psalm for Shabbat herself. Tzadik katamar yifrach kerez balvanon yiska shetulim bebet Adonai bechatrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenovon beseva deshenim verananim yeyo lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzori v'lo avlatabo. Looking at the English for just a moment, the last word, Tzadika Tamar, that's an aspiration, a hope, a description, maybe a challenge that each and every one of us is a tzaddik, a righteous person, contributing our energies for making the universe more just. And now look at page 29, the last stanza on the English side. In your house, that's the house in which we are a part, the house of God, the universe of which we are partners. In your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai, for all time. Describing our role in the universe itself. And one of the testimonies of the universe is our conduct. Remaining standing, the Borchum, page 39b. 39b, the Borchum. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Voed. And we are seated. Baruch Atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space. You completed your work of creation on the seventh day, calling this day from one evening to the next the holy Shabbat, and gave this day of rest and all its holiness to your people Israel, creator of day and night, ruling light before darkness and darkness from light, making day pass and bringing on the evening, distinguishing day from night. Adonai Tzvaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch Atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. El Chai V'Kayam, Tamidim Locha Le'olam Voed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Prior to page 40, I'm going to interject a song. It's labeled here, Ashrei, and the singer is Perry Smilo. Ashrei, as you know, is a very loaded word. We describe it, we translate it as happy, but it's not happy birthday happy. Ashrei is contentment, it's balance, it's being settled, it's a little bit of confidence, it's knowing where you are and how you are because of your behavior, your internal satisfaction. It's your gyroscope. That's it. It's a gyroscope. Ashrei is a gyroscope. And the goal is to be balanced and satisfied and interactive with the world such that we are in God's house. That's Ashrei. Perry Smilo.
Ashrei Yoshvei
page 40, the English side. With timeless love, you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai, our God, as we lie down and as we rise up, we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in the words of your Torah and your mitzvot forever and ever. For they are our life and the fullness of our days, and on them we shall meditate day and night. Do not ever withdraw your love from us. Baruch atah, who loves the people of Israel. Ve'avotachal tasir mimenu l'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Yahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al vavecha Vishinantam lavanecha, v'dibartam b'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha v'aderech, u'v'shachbecha v'chumecha, u'kishartam la'ot al yadecha, v'hayolet otafot b'neinecha, Oktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Moment of silence on page number 42. Adonai Elohechem emet. On page 44, before we sing together the Mi Chamocha, it's only one word, but it's beautiful and dramatic. It's the second line down, both on the Hebrew and the English side. For 2,000 plus years, the word there was Moses and the people of Israel joyfully sang. But when this Siddur was established, just 3-4 years ago, the name Miriam was inserted. And it says in Hebrew, Moshe u'Miriam, and in English it says, Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang. And in that one insertion of one name of a person, a woman, a gender, a community which had never been attended before for 1987 or 2001 years, by that insertion of that one word, our entire perspective, I think, has changed. And this testifies to the role the essential and necessary and beautifying role of females as co-leaders within the community of Israel. And I say this twice a day. Well, once a day, because in the morning we don't say the word Moses either. So, but every evening I say Moses and Miriam. And it's a reminder of how far we have come and the support that we have now as we continue to move forward. Umalchuto baratzon kiblu alehem Moshe uMiriam uvenei Yisrael lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam micha mocha b'elim Adonai micha mocha nedar b'kodesh noratilot osefele Malchutecha ra'u v'anecha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu v'yamro Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar kipad Adonai et Yaakov ugalom yarchasai mimenu baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. On page 45, the Hashkivenu. Excuse me. Hashkivenu, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us, remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah. Ushmor tzeitenu v'oenu l'chaim u'shalom etaviad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai Haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Prior to Hashem returning to the song sheet, Linda Hirschhorn circle chant at the top of that song sheet, circle chant at the top of the song sheet.
Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children. Keep the circle whole. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned. Circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children. Keep the circle whole. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned. Circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each the children of our children. Keep the circle whole. Circle round for freedom. Circle round for peace. For all of us imprisoned. Circle for release. Circle for the planet. Circle for each soul. For the children of our children. Keep the circle whole.
Top of page 46. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam barit olam yorai b'nei oven b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashevi Shabbat vayinafash uvayom hashevi Shabbat vayinafash Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'mitrvei b'cha yechon v'yom echon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael bagala uv'isman kariv v'imeramen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach la'olam l'yol me'almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitmam v'yinaseh v'yinadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei d'kedusha b'rechu leila min kol b'chata v'shiratam tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran v'yolma v'miru Amen. We rise in opportunity for a silent prayer. The traditional text, pages 47 through 52, or perhaps offering a few private thoughts and reflections.
past 2,500 years that we began to use the nickname Jews, but prior to that, we called ourselves, all of us, Yisrael. And if you look at the prayer book, the daily service, the Friday night service, the Shabbat morning service, the Shabbat afternoon service, the evening service, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Pesach, Shavuot, if you look at the entire prayer book, which is this thick, you'll see that 92, 3, 4, 5% of the vocabulary is focused on the we, first person plural. There's not that much voice given to the I, me, my. And as we anticipate Rosh Hashanah, and each one of us might be saying, how do I approach this new year? Rosh Hashanah, through the prayer book, is saying, how do we approach this new year? And we're all stepping forward slowly. And my mind turns to what most of us have been looking at as he peered over his shoulder, as they're all inching forward together about to cross into the promised land. And he's been learning over the past weeks, months, no doubt, that some of the people have died. And there's been a baby born, or another, maybe even a marriage. Because when you're dealing with a group of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, and they're all living their lives, but inching forward collectively, about to cross into the new land, doubtless there's been birth, and there's been love, and there's been loss and sorrow. And as he looks over his shoulders and he's seeing these people, he's realizing that he's recognizing fewer and fewer of them. It reminds me when I walk into Ahavas Chesed Synagogue. And a generation ago when I first came here, I didn't know anyone. And now when I walk into those beautiful hallowed grounds, I know so very many, both personally and even the people that I never knew. I knew about them because you told me about them. I know who they are. Moses is looking around and he's realizing that he knows 97% of all the people who are buried, but he doesn't really know those newcomers. Kind of like could be our synagogue, where some of us feel that we don't know the newcomers. And again, I'm thinking about Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. This is going to be the first Rosh Hashanah in 3 years. Now we have an opportunity to all be together. And people are going to walk in this room, hopefully, and not remain at home looking at the computer screen, and somewhere to look around, and we're not going to know who we are. Kind of like Moses looking over his shoulder and wondering, who's going to be taking the next step into the land? And he won't be there. So I wonder, as those people are jostling and tussling with each other, getting ready to go into the promised land, to set up homes and households, and they're also recognizing that in a little while, when they look over their shoulder, most of them won't be there as well. What's going through our minds on this dawn of a new year as people hopefully are going to be entering that door? And in the foyer, which is where the action really takes place, as opposed to being here in the sanctuary where we're opening the prayer book that says we and us and all together. But in the foyer, which is where the action really takes place, what's going to be happening? And so I'm asking you, and talking to you who are on the screen right now, to consider what it means to become reacquainted, to get to know people so that you're not looking over your shoulder and wondering, who are those people? Because the implication of who are those people is they don't really belong. And that's a sorrowful perspective. That we can't have. Just like Moses looking over his shoulder wondering, how much longer is he going to be with these people and how much longer are they going to be with him? That's a sorrowful perspective. So we can't be those people whom I'm envisioning in my mind's eye as I'm doing this week's Torah reading today and tomorrow. Because Moses knows that the people he's talking to we'll never see again. We cannot be in that experience. We have to see ourselves, looking at all of our people as people that we're going to see side by side with each other in this upcoming year. And that means making an effort, not just in the synagogue, but outside the synagogue, to become reacquainted. That's the challenge for all of us, including those of you on the screen. I've been asking you for a number of months now, to come back into the building. Now's the time, because we can't be in a situation where you don't know who we are. We can learn from Moses and the Israelites how to take that next step forward so that we are standing side by side. May there be a crowd in that for you. May we all know who we are. May we take this message from this Shabbat into next year. Not just listening to a sermon on a Friday night screen, but every single day. We rise to the lane on page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, l'tet g'dula l'yotzei breshit, shelo asan k'goyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'kol aleinu k'chol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ ומושב יקרה בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו ושכינתו זו V'garei le'romein, hu Eloheinu Elod, Emelokenu Egersumato, K'akatu V'ktoroto, V'yadatayo V'shevota El Malecha, Ki Adonai Elohim, V'ashamayim nimal, v'al haaretz, mitachot einut, einut. K'katuv b'Toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam moed, v'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, le'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo,
In a moment, the Mornis Kaddish on page number 58. On this Shabbat, remember with great love Bel Gutel, Harry Schreibman, Jacob Zuckerman, Abraham Stein, Aaron Jaffa, Sanford Polanski, Jacob Koffler, Bertha Plotka, Martin Dreyfus, Bruce David Lubell, remembering Les Kramer, and Mitchell. Are there any other names to mention this evening? Or perhaps being shared at home? Those reciting Kaddish are invited to rise at this time on page number 58. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'olma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zaman kariv v'imeru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'olam ololmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'rechu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran ba'olma v'yimeru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. We extend our love and our support to all those who are grieving and mourning at this time. And may you know that there are people in Ahavas Chesed who are sending forth messages of shalom and of support. We'll conclude in just a moment. If you turn to page 59, you see the psalm which is recited at this season of the year, and you see the first two words, Adonai Ori, which literally means God is my light. And now we turn to a song sheet, which is a more contemporary melody of this piece. But before we conclude with this, just a reminder that tomorrow morning, of course, davening. Tomorrow evening is 7:30. We're having slichas. It's a brief service. We change over the Torah covers. We dress our Torah covers. Even the Torahs are preparing for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And we ask those to join us for this special service. It's a brief service, 7:30 to 8:30 tomorrow evening. We will dress the Torahs. We'll have a brief service. And the entire building is going to take on an entirely new tone, a new atmosphere, as we prepare to walk into Rosh Hashanah together in the year 5783. And that's all the announcements for now. We'll conclude with this song sheet, Adonai Ori v'yishimi mi'ira. And again, it's taken from this Psalm, Psalm 27. God is my light at this season.
Adonai hori vishi mimi ira. Adonai hori vishi mimi ira. Adonai ma'oz chayai mimi efchad. Adonai ori. Adonai hori vishi mimi ira. Adonai hori vishi mimi ira. Adonai ma'oz chayai mimi efchad. Adonai ori. Adonai ori. Ori veishi. Mimi ira. Mimi ira. Adonai ori vishi mimi ira. Adonai ori vishi mimi ira. Adonai ma'oz chayai mimi efchad. Adonai ori.
Shabbat shalom.